There's Steph, deep in thought. So, back at the Batcave once more. Just had a really good meeting with our kind of web development team that we use to do our websites and stuff like that. We've just teed up our site visit for tomorrow. Pretty unique farmhouse which is being redeveloped into a really modern kind of steading conversion type build. How's your day been, Steph?
Yeah, not too bad. I went to Glasgow to visit a new architecture practice that we haven't spoken to before. Nice projects that they're working on in Glasgow, more kind of domestic development level. Made it back here, absolutely freezing cold this morning, -5 outside, so the battery on my car didn't go as far as I wanted it to, so I had to charge on the way back. Had some lunch in the process, made it back here, had a super interesting meeting about ideas that are going on in our head and that we're trying to bring to fruition. Yeah, just super excited to get down to the cowshed and see what's happened.
Or not, as the case may be. So yeah, another day that's been pretty full on. Feels like we've not done very much, but we've pretty much been in meetings since first thing. So we'll head over to the cowshed and see how we're getting on. We'll take you along, give you a quick glimpse of what has been done at the start of this week, and we'll catch up tomorrow, no doubt. Good morning. We are currently on our way through to Eaglesham to carry out an initial survey. So not a pre-start survey, this is a survey that gets carried out before we actually place the order for the windows. This is for a huge steading conversion. So a lot of the buildings that you'll see us working on generally are very modern, contemporary, new build. This will effectively be a new build by the time it's complete. However, it's a very, very old farm building, our main farmhouse and farmsteadings out the back, which has been converted into one big house. It's a cracking location. It's a really, really nice house. The bones of it are there just now. So we've been working on this one for about probably 6 to 8 months through various pricing stages and tendering and everything else. So we have now been appointed. We've won the contract for the job. So the first stage before we get ready to place an order is to go through, survey the building, check the sizes and make sure everything's good to go before we place the button and send the product off to Austria to be manufactured. So that's today's job. It is currently about -3 or -4. It's very, very cold.
Not looking forward to standing on site for 3 or 4 hours.
Definitely not. It's not going to be a good one. But we'll take you along and we'll let you see what the process is like for establishing sizes, and we'll give you a kind of sneak peek of what this one's going to look like when it's done. So, as we said before, we were on our way through in the car. A lot of the time when you see us, we're on some really nice, modern, contemporary builds. This one is completely different. This one is a full steading conversion that's been turned into what will be a pretty modern, contemporary home. As you can see, some stunning garden areas behind me. We'll take you through and show you what our intentions are on this one. So, the main house here, or the existing house, this was the barn or steading wing that was on the back. We're changing all the glass here, so large HS330 sliding doors in here. Another set of large HS330 doors in here. As we come through the building, obviously all the nominal sized windows and doors on this one are going to be changed out. This will be a large living, kitchen, dining area. So this is all single height in here. Windows replaced either side. All for Internorm timber aluminium clad black on black windows. You then come through into the full void height, which is this area in here. It's dark, but you'll see how randomly placed the existing windows are. So all these, we've just done a full site measure on all of this to establish the structural sizes. The walls here will be lined with timber kit, 6-inch timber frame, and then we'll be installing our timber windows on the inside of this. If you come through this way, we come into the other wing of the building. This one is slightly further on. You can get a better impression of how the openings and stuff work. We're going to be constructing a huge entrance screen which will run straight into the courtyard. So we've got large windows here, a big entrance door here, another 3 large windows on this side, swimming pool out here, which we're also doing the windows for. And then we come in to this wing of the building, and again, this wing here will have exactly the same window systems. So all stone clad on the outside, timber framed on the inside. This area here is all going to have exposed trusses, so you'll see that the timber trusses above here just now are all wrapped and protected, stop them getting damaged from the moisture, because they will eventually be completely exposed. And then we come through here to what we're referring to as a gable window. However, it's just one huge glass to glass picture frame fixed window which will look out onto the courtyard and the view that's down here. So this is it in its raw state. It's probably going to be one of the biggest jobs that we've done to date. Really excited to see this one finished. We should be starting this one probably around about March time. We'll tell you more about this exciting project once we have the finer details in place. But yeah, it's freezing. It's -2. I can't feel my hands, I can't feel my feet. But sizes are taken. We'll get back, do the production drawings, and get this off to the factory for January. Steph and myself are on the road again.
Another day, another car.
Another day, another car. We're on the mummy bus again. However, this time we're heading up to Tain, which is about 30 miles outside Aberdeen. Inverness. We've got a job that's been on site there all week. Quite a complex job. Lots of sliders and stuff like that in it. I haven't dealt very much with it in this one. It's been one of Steph's. He's got over the line. So, what's the background on this one, Steph?
So, self-build project, architect design, Cameron Webster architects. So, we've done a number of Cameron Webster projects, really high-end architecture practice, do stunning properties, and this one's no different. A 3-bed house with a detached garage. Big project. It's just outside Tain, so it's in the middle of the countryside. In fact, I did a wee walk around. You've probably seen that already. So you've probably seen a wee bit of it, or certainly the kind of main design aspects of the project and the kind of surrounding landscapes just in the middle of the countryside. So we're going up now just to make sure everything went smoothly and have a wee look around. So we're going to take you with us.
We haven't heard very much from the install team, which is always a good thing on these projects. You know, we did that. Steph went up, did the pre-start first, and everything on this one was pretty much good to go. I think there was only a couple of windows that needed adjusting, wasn't there?
A couple of wee adjustments, but nothing that was too difficult.
None difficult. So the big thing on this one is just the sheer size of the units. Some of the expanses are 12-13 metres wide, and at the back end where the glass-to-glass corners are. So that's pretty measurement critical for setting out and stuff.
The weight was a big concern.
And weight, yeah, the weight of the units is huge. So anyway, when we get up there, we'll take you around, give you a wee tour, and let's see how this one goes. So we're on site. The installation team have just left. We've just done our initial walk round, and incredible.
Yeah,
it's probably
stunning. Absolutely stunning.
I don't know if it's just the pocket of jobs that we're getting just now, but some of these homes that we're fortunate enough to work in, mega impressive. The wall of glass that's in this one is something else.
It's one of the most impressive
so
kind of elevations I've seen. So similar to what we kind of spoke about in the car on the way up, it's a detached 3-bedroom self-build. Really great kind of architectural design on this one. Detached garage, there's a kind of connection or pend over there, so that you have the opportunity to either pull the car into the garage and bring all your stuff, shopping, whatever it is, into the house out of the elements. And again, we're up all the way up in Tane here, so snow gets pretty heavy, weather can get pretty wild.
There is absolutely nothing
round
about us.
So, and then beyond that, you have the main structure of the house. Doesn't look like much from this side, but we're going to get round the opposite side, and that's where the magic really starts to happen, because on the opposite side it just opens up to kind of fields and landscape, and so they've focused all of the energy into that.
So this is a AT 530 door, finished in the same colour as the windows, which is a Umbra Grey RAL 7022.
It doesn't look like it there, but it's a double door.
Primary and secondary opening. And this is where the magic happens. So this isn't holes, this is one continuous run. Steph, you take them for the start.
So we've got timber aluminium HS 330 lift and slide door, glass to glass corner, into
HS 330
timber aluminium lift and slide door, fixed pane, another HS 330 timber aluminium lift and slide door, fixed pane, another HS 330 timber aluminium lift and slide door, glass to glass corner, and then the last HS 330 timber aluminium lift and slide door. The whole screen from start to finish is lift and slide door, glass to glass corners, fixed panes, all the way along.
So this is probably the biggest run of door to glass ratio that I think I've ever done in 16 years.
The level of complexity which is kind of added into it with the glass to glass corners, not just on one side but on both sides, in terms of the tolerance level which you kind of have in order to make sure that you get it right. It's pretty tight, because if just one thing is off slightly, you're going to miss your mark in the corner, one of these corners. If something has to be shuffled, all of a sudden, instead of the door sitting in the kind of insulation zone within the timber kit on either side, if you have to move any of these 3 large lift and slide doors, you would have to shim it to one of either sides, and as soon as you do that, you start to kind of push it out of whack.
So overall in this entire run, from left to right, it's running around about 5 millimeters out on a run that is probably,
it's about 12 and a half.
That's bigger. That's edge to edge. I think we're in excess 16. Right. It's huge, absolutely massive. And then to cap it off, whilst all the scaffolding and everything's been in place, you've got the same size of units up here, which run all the way along.
Which again, if you're standing back here, they line through. So the units line through with the divisions on the kind of ground floor. So once again, the level of difficulty incorporated into that increases, because if anything needs to shim here, you also have to kind of move it by a similar level upstairs.
We'll take you outside and let you see what's the view from out there now. So Steph's just finishing off with the clients there, but I'll take you around the other side and you'll see the quality of this one is unreal. So, as Steph said, 2 big double doors here. We run round to the glass to glass corner, which sits in here. And over here, you get a full view of the back wall of glass. So, yeah, unreal. So happy with how this one's turned out. So happy with the bank of jobs that we've got so far. Go and finish up with the client, and that's another one in the bag for Glassworks. Happy days. Hello guys. So it is currently Friday the 20th of December, and by saying that we've probably let the game away that you're watching these videos slightly behind where we actually are at this stage of the game. So we are at the moment, I'm with Harry. Say hi, Harry. Hi. Harry's just finished school, half day on a Friday for the Christmas break. So it's the usual kind of last minute rush. We are currently heading through to a site visit at Kenilworth Road in Bridgevallon. We've got the last of the products going in on that job. So we want to just check in and see how that's all going. This has been a fraught, manic week this week to kind of tie up some of these wee loose ends that you get when it comes to the end of the year and before the 2 weeks shut down for Christmas. So that's what we're doing just now, and we'll take you along for the ride. So, saying hello, Harry. So, we've just arrived at Kenilworth Road. This is the job that myself and Steph were out at a few weeks ago, with a huge tree in the front of it. So we've already completed the first part of the installation on this one, which was the internorm windows and doors. Second phase of this project is a Solarlux Zero slimline slider with a Solarlux combi line bifolding door and kitchen window. So they're in mid-install just now. We'll take you on site, we'll have a wee walk around and we'll show you how it's looking. So just did our initial check. The guys are still mid-installation just now. However, the job itself is looking brilliant. Some kind of tolerance issues on this job, just in terms of the architect allowing a wee bit too much, but managed to pack it out. It looks great. It's a nice tight fit now that everything's in place. So we'll show you how everything looks. So we've got some natural stone cladding on the outside of the installation. If we come round here, we've got the Solarlux Zero going in. The guy's fitting just now. And over here, we have a Solarlux aluminium bifold. So if we come in, when we were out the last time, we also did these units here, which are the internorm timber aluminium clad tilt and turn. These are all in and looking great. And this would be a large kitchen dining area when it's finished, along with the main house extension. So each of these two sashes here, this one and this one, are about 360 kilos. So really heavy, but with a nice 32mm sight line down the middle. So very, very slim line. So when they're all in and finished, this will almost be invisible. So it looks really, really good. So yeah, boys have done a good job again, Ben. So yeah, Looks great.
Thank God. That was painful.
Looks great. The guys have done a great job. They've got a couple of hours still to do to get the job closed off and put to bed, but I think overall this was meant to happen in January. The goods arrived a week early, so we were able to just crack on, get it in. So client's really happy. Obviously the building's a long way from being finished, so it's not as if they were going to be in there for Christmas or anything like that, but it's just another job off the list. We can focus our attentions on other things for next year.